Questions?
Okay, you know, some good and some bad. It's good to play in front of the fans for the first time. I think that really it gets the jitters sort of off the plate for the rest of the season. Conditioning and depth played a big role tonight, just in terms of some of that fatigue due to who's available for the game. But you know, there'll be some good and there'll be some bad. There's some really teachable stuff. But you know, first half defense pretty locked in. Second half defense not really locked in at all. And then I think first half offense not doing a really nice job of sharing it, moving it. Second half much more efficient in terms of how we played. So there's some good and bad. We'll break it down. We have 3 days here to kind of get ready for our opener on Tuesday, and we're looking forward to Chicago State.
Okay. Chip.
Coach, there's not talk about defense, and then you just talked about the offense. But from a shooting standpoint, last year three-point shooting was something you guys were missing. Tonight you put up 22 of them, and you hit 50% of them. It's got to be something positive to look forward to.
It was encouraging, I think, in the second half. Obviously, Denise, I think, just showed a little bit what he can do from behind the line. He's a big guard. He can shoot the ball, which is good. Zach knocking 2 down was really good to see. You know, and for the most part, I thought most of the shots were pretty good. So we got to keep developing that. I mean, clearly right now, our guards are thin. As we get a couple guys back, hopefully in the near future, you know, we can continue to be better from the perimeter.
Mike?
I think you talked about this the other day, but just how much is Rob maybe just taking a claim to that point guard position, getting some premium minutes here right now?
He's taking advantage of opportunity. You know, it is what it is, and you know, right now it's come to the level that he's that man up, and he has to be able to step in and do a good job. And I think you saw a little bit of a glimpse of what we kind of see every single day. Solid, really tough-minded, defensively smart, offensively still got to continue to learn how to play the college game. I mean, he doesn't really know how that feels yet, but for the most part, he's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, 32-8 points off turnovers advantage. Is that where you're going to get? This team has to get a lot of offense.
Defense to offense. You know, defense to offense has always been something that we've prided ourselves on. The better you are on defense, you have a chance to be really good on offense, because that's the hardest thing to stop is transition. So, you know, for us, I think in our Loyola scrimmage, I think I can't remember the name, maybe 10 or 11 steals. I think tonight, if you look at it, we had 10 more steals. So we have a long team, we have a quick team, we have an active team, and as we become better defensively and a little bit more locked in, hopefully we're a team that does a better job of being able to convert off of those things. And I didn't think the first half we were very good when we had our opportunities with numbers to take advantage of it. We didn't advance the ball, we didn't make an easy look where someone who's wide open. We dribbled one too many times, which let them kind of get back. So we'll kind of show that on film.
Romeo picked up a few steals tonight. How key is he in what you want to do defensively?
Well, he's got to keep getting better defensively. I think he knows that. He's been getting better week by week. Naturally, he's very gifted in the passing lane, and he's really long armed. So, you know, he can get his hands on a lot of balls, deflections and whatnot. And I think you get a chance to see, hopefully, as we get better, you'll see him more out in transition, being able to finish.
Rob.
Coach, with so many scores on the team, how will this kind of affect how you kind of find your rotation with this group the first part of the season?
Yeah, it's kind of trial by error a little bit. You know, part of it's who's available. You know, we have to play who's available. But, you know, I think right now, just in terms of the rotation that's coming in, we're starting to feel a little bit better about it. But, you know, with Al going out tonight and, you know, obviously a couple guys not available, you're having to throw some guys in there that maybe wouldn't. And, you know, hopefully they get better from this and they take advantage of it. But we've got to develop a better chemistry offensively. I think just understanding what our identity is and how we want to play, we've got to continue to do a good job of really trying to teach it and play a little bit like we did in the second half, rather than just the first half sort of was a little bit just not smooth, you know, not smooth. And we've been feeling that way as a staff here in the early part of the year. That's where we're going to have our biggest climb early, is going to be offensive identity. You know, I think defensively it is what it is. We're going to play the way we play. Offensively, we have to get these guys in a situation where they're successful.
Alex.
You mentioned second half not being as locked in, I guess, defensively as you were in the first half. Anything, I know you haven't watched the film yet, but anything stand out?
Fatigue. You know, fatigue. Guys play too many minutes. And second thing would be transition defense, having guys take the ball to the basket and be, you know, whether it's Romeo or it's Rob, whether it's Justin, guys on the baseline, and not having rotations getting back. That was, you know, a big problem. And then, you know, they made 6 threes. I mean, they shot a good percentage from 3. Part of it was, I think, their front court players hit a couple of them, but just in general, it starts and stops with transition defense. If you're going to give guys easy baskets, whether you're not running hard or whether you're not organized, that's going to kill you. And the second half is going to have a lot of stuff to talk about in terms of transition defense.
Okay, Andy?
You talked about the offensive efficiency being better a little bit after halftime. I think Juwan had 6 points at halftime, then he had 6 in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, he's got to get him, you know, he's got to demand the ball. He's got to get the ball where he wants it, when he wants it. And I thought start the second half sort of put him right in the focal point of what's going on. Got him the ball, guys found him. He wanted the ball, and that kind of got him going a little bit in that first part. I think we put 6 fouls on him in the first 5 minutes. So, you know, that's a good start for him. But he's got to do that earlier in the game where he doesn't just freelance as much.
Duran had a couple baskets in that second half where he kind of forced his way in there, but also thoughts on how he played, and he asked out of the game. Is he okay at the end there?
I think he may have rolled his ankle, maybe he tweaked his ankle. I'm not sure. I don't think it has anything. I wasn't told anything that anything was coming. Yeah, he's got to work. It's tough. It's conditioning, man. He's having to play himself into shape during the games, you know, which is really hard to do. And you know, I don't know how many he played tonight, but he's picking up quick fouls and just some of the stuff that you expect him to be, just a little bit rusty. But he's got to find a way to play himself, you know, into better shape. That's a big thing, him being able to play longer stretches. But he commands attention because he's a good player. He's got great feet. He's got good hands around the basket. It's just that conditioning level, you know, on both ends of the floor, you know, where he's really going to have to try to work hard through it because it's difficult to get in shape during games. You know, the month of November will be hard on him physically.
Demizi, have you seen that kind of streaky shooting in practice, or is it just this one time?
No, Demizi can shoot the ball. He's a good shooter, and I think once he made a couple tonight, it probably made him feel a little bit better. You know, Demizi's struggles are like all young guys. He's learning how to play defense the first time a certain way. Offensively, you know, he's learning how to play a new style. So he thinks a lot at times, but I thought tonight was nice to see him just let it go. You know, he's got that ability. You know, that skill level behind the three-point line is something we can. He's a big, strong kid, and I think the better he gets defensively, the more minutes he'll get.
You talked more generally about the defense. I know you obviously want improvement there, but do you feel like young guys are picking it up from the older guys better this year, obviously, than last year? But everybody kind of had to learn
without
together.
question. It's easier to play. It's easier to learn by, you know, having guys tell you where to go or seeing it on film done correctly. You know, whether that's practice or games, but you know, I think, you know, Rob and Romeo, you know, as freshmen playing that amount of minutes, you know, you're looking at two guys that are doing a pretty good job right now as freshmen early in their career, not making a ton of mistakes, but you know, it's going to be work in progress all season. You know, I think this team can be pretty good defensively. I think we have a lot of length, and I think we're quick. You know, part of it's going to be just, you know, that competitiveness, and you know, I think start of this game. It's tough sometimes when you play, you know, like a Southern Indiana. You know, they're undersized and they're a 5 out, and you're not dealing with true size, so you're not getting that, you know, that stuff yet. But they tried to space us out. We knew they were going to try to shoot a lot of threes, and I think we did a decent job in the first half. Second half, not so good.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
You talked about, you know, kind of trying to find an offensive identity. How would you maybe grade out how Romeo and Rob did running your half-court offense tonight?
Without really watching the film and seeing it, I think, you know, Rob really had some nice plays. Thought he was in the paint a few times. You know, he's attacking the rim. With Rob, what we're trying to get Rob to do is see the floor a little earlier in transition, where he can get, you know, guys like Romeo or Juwan the ball ahead of the defense, where they have some more room to attack. So advancing the ball a little bit more for him. You know, Romeo's he's a gifted scorer. He's going to learn how to play through contact better. And at the end of the day, as we get better running our stuff and smoother, you'll see him be able to make more plays. But he's a natural transition type of a player. So we're trying to find more ways to really get in the open court. But those two guys are doing a good job. They're very coachable.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thanks.